about this feeling, baby, we're invincible.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Notts County. As always, if you enjoyed the save, drop a like on the video, that'd be tremendous. Today, we're starting with a completely different type of screen. I'm mixing things up again. Can you show the Premier League sponsor income? Well, this is that. So, we're actually not too bad. 6th overall, £69 million, nice. But, I mean, we're still far short of the usual suspects, essentially. Spurs are surprisingly low on this, I'd have to say. Palace are pretty damn high. Bolton are ridiculously high for a team that have never been in the Premier League in this entire save. They're only on 34 million in sponsorship income. That's actually quite a lot when you think about it. Huddersfield, 6.5. Nobody paying Huddersfield at all, which is, it's just kind of weird that Bournemouth are so low. Leeds, all these sort of teams. And then Bolton, just casually in there as well. Very strange. Is Campbell low in positioning, anticipation, and marking? This is, of course, in relation to his weird performances last season, where he just seemed to get dragged out of position. I don't believe so. I mean, what we're talking, positioning 15. That's not, but I know they could be higher, but I would hardly consider that bad. Anticipation 16, that's very good. And marking, yeah, it's 14, but those are not bad attributes. If they were like 11 or 10, then I'd be like, okay, sure. But I don't know. I think it was just a weird situation where sometimes things just do not work out the way you hope that they will. And I think it's almost like a balancing mechanic. I feel sometimes the game just makes the players do weird stuff sometimes when you're not always going to win every game. Obviously, you wouldn't do in real life. And sometimes it's just frustrating because you can see when it's doing it. So, we've had a big chunk of games off camera as we prepare for today's match against Barcelona. There's some important stuff and some weird stuff. Anyway, let's get into things. Fresh after our lovely victory, we went and beat Arsenal 2-1. This was a massive game for us because, I mean, also, they've got this guy called Simplicio in the midfield. He's bloody good. We were marking the crap out of him and he was just pinging passes around. Thankfully, it wasn't enough. Guerra gave us a lead in the 49th minute, which was a lovely moment for us, but then Rob Brain scored a header against us, very similar to the one he got in the Charity Shield final, but then Joran Becker with another goal, winning himself man of the match. It was beautiful. The ball just bounced into his path and he just thundered one into the bottom corner from just outside the D. Really, really important goal for us and a huge win over Arsenal, who were top of the league at the time. So a massive, massive victory. And honestly, we were a bit lucky, I'd say. They had less sort of shots, but they still had some good chances. We then played a massively rotated side in the Cup against Spurs, and it was an unfortunate one, really. Paulo Assman gave us the lead in this one. We were actually playing pretty well. I think it was a pretty even game. Bit harsh to lose it, but there it goes. 2 goals from Alberto Morat in the second half turned things around as Spurs' first choice squad only just scraped past a team that had Brendan Milnes in the midfield. So make of that what you will. But then it was back to winning ways. Bottom of the league, Huddersfield. We went there and we conquered them. We absolutely smashed them. Goal for Guerra, 2 goals for Aytac, and another one for Nikolai Jespersen, doing bits. But Aytac with another couple of goals. He is chipping in this season, as we know he was last year with it. I think he got 16 in all competitions. This year he has hit the ground running. It took him a little while to get going, but now that he's back to full fitness, he is flying. Assists, goals galore. They did get one back in this game, but it wasn't enough overall, as we ran out 4-1 winners from Huddersfield Stadium. I mean, it was a very similar story away at Lyon. It took us a little while to get going in this game. Well, I say, we scored an early goal through Jespersen, but after that, it was really very, very unfortunate. Like, nothing really happened until the second half. That's when all of our main shots actually started happening. And it was 2 lovely goals from Ahmed Aytac again. Back-to-back braces for the man. And that's also back-to-back man of the match was. Unga had to go off in the 13th minute, though. He is picking up a lot of knocks. I don't know if he's injury prone or something. He is. I don't know if he was like that before, but it's been a bit frustrating. He's been getting a lot of little knocks and niggles right now, and it's just not really doing a great job of him getting some pure game time, unfortunately. But an important victory away at Lyon. Unfortunately, we were not able to do the same thing against currently at the time top of the league Chelsea. We played all right against them, but they really just had the better of us. Mbappe and Gritzas's goals were enough to give Chelsea a 2-0 victory away from home. Not great. It was looking very likely that Chelsea and Liverpool were just running away with it. They did drop some points after this, though, thankfully. And we were able to bounce back immediately with a 5-1 haranguing away at Crystal Palace. Yet again, 2 goals this time for Ioannis. Those two, Jespersen and Ioannis, doing good stuff. Guerra grabbing himself another goal too. James Unga scored one. And of course, it wouldn't be a game without Ahmed Aytac grabbing himself another one. He also got an assist on the night. He is banging goals in for fun lately. It's good stuff. Unfortunately, Palace did get a late one back through Luca Connell because we just can't seem to hold a lead and always conceding these late goals. All of that still leaves us 3rd in the Premier League. Only 2 points off the top, but we have lost 2 of our opening 9. Chelsea still unbeaten so far this year. Liverpool scoring a lot of goals. We've scored 22 times though, which is not bad. Defensively, a little bit worse than last season, so we do need to have a little look at that as well. But still, for the most part, I'm pretty pleased with the way things are going. City started to fall away a little bit after their really impressive start. Is anyone else? I mean, Spurs are struggling like mad, down in 13th spot right now. Palace as well, you might have noticed, had Alfie McAlmont. They bought him off Leeds in the summer for £26 million. Very, very strange deal. I don't know why he would leave Leeds to go to Crystal Palace. He'd been there virtually his entire career. and then he just randomly leaves to go to Palace when Leeds have one of their best seasons ever. Strange one, that, and particularly as Palace are not doing very well this year. Huddersfield, no wins on the ball for them. Bolton actually are in a race to survive potentially. Them and West Ham doing okay. There's not like everybody's getting cut adrift as things stand at the moment. Bolton are still right in this, having finally won their first game of the season. Huddersfield, though, looking a little bit worse for wear. Because the thing is, Bolton aren't scoring many goals, but they're also not conceding as many of the teams around them. West Ham and Huddersfield are absolute goal magnets, unfortunately for them, so it's not going well. Guerra, though, 8 goals in 9 Premier League matches. I am a big fan of his performance this year. Remember, he only got 15 in the entirety of last season, and he's already halfway there already. It's a very good sign that we might be looking at the best season of his career right now, and that's exactly what we need from him this season, particularly with Rincon waiting to come in, and that's what makes me so happy that we've actually got these options. He did get an assist, I think, for the cup, a goal in the cup. He's not scored his first goal for us yet, but he will get his opportunities, hopefully. But today we face off against Barcelona, and I believe it is away from home too. Let's check. Yeah, it is. Not an easy match for us by any stretch. I think the best thing we can do here... Oh, it must have been the early game. So Greg, we've got a lot of injuries at the moment, unfortunately. We'll just show you what I mean by that. So Islam is unregistered. Lever's pulled knee ligaments. I brought him on to avoid Aytac getting injured. And the first thing he did when he came on was immediately get injured. So that was great. Acevedo's out with a torn groin muscle. He got that on Argentina duty. And Glenn Campbell's also out. It's not great. We are missing some key players, which means some of the partnerships are a little bit screwed up at the moment too, which is not helpful. So let's just see what we kind of got. I'm not starting Asman over Dubois. We have to start Remy Dubois today. Jean Carlos is at least back. He's had a knock as well, so Turgeson's played. I don't know if I started Sandoval or not. I think I might have done. But yeah, we're lacking a partnership here and here. So that's the issue. You might notice as well, I moved back to being support. This is a bit redder, and I tried this against Palace, and it did seem to work. And I do wonder if, particularly today, it would help to have a little bit more support in the midfield. It's very strange. I normally don't like to have attack, support, and then just defence. But I'm not so opposed to it. I normally like to have a bit of a mix, so we're a bit less predictable, but it seems to work quite well for us at the moment. Very few options as to who can really play. So the bench is going to be Sandoval, Silso, Asman, Rincon, Pinto, De Los Santos and Torgerson. Uranus and Jespersen making a very nice partnership at the back. You can see both of them have put in big numbers. 7.35 and 7.39 for the two centre-backs. That's huge. When you compare them to Celso, I know he's not played a lot, but it's worth bearing that in mind, you know? And Uranus is on a nice upward trajectory now. Guerra seems to be in a bit of a bad spell, despite the fact that he's still scoring goals, and that's a good sign for me as well. It's only really the fullbacks that have sort of struggled lately, but if you look, Campbell's done pretty well, and Acevedo was doing okay, so it's not the end of the world. And we haven't seen a lot out of Arthur Silva yet anyway. I'm hoping he can start to build a partnership with Aytac, but we'll have to see. Thankfully, Unger is back from injury. But I am concerned that he might start to get more and more of these injuries as the season progresses. So we've got to be careful there because we don't really have a lot of options beyond that. You'll also notice that, where is he? Bahadir Celik signed for Barca from Leeds United. So that might be part of the reason why they're not as good this year either. They lost both McCalmont and Celik. Strange. I mean, I can understand losing Celik because he wouldn't have had a choice, but to actually choose to sell McCalmont to Palace is a weird one. Let's crack on with this then. So I think if we can avoid defeat in the new camp here, that's what we want to do really. A 1-1 draw would be excellent. Obviously winning would be brilliant, but like the best result for me that isn't winning would probably be a 1-1 or a score draw of some form. But with the form that Aytac is in, you never really know what he's capable of today. Beckhardt, he's also in excellent form, both assists and goals. Lovely move for Fernandez. Fernandez always goes under the radar a bit. You guys seem to like him, and I like him too, but he actually doesn't put up the best numbers when he plays, weirdly. But it might just be because it gets dragged down by substitute appearances and whatnot. Dubois does brilliantly. He's pushed up. He's got to find the right ball. That probably wasn't it. Unger's slipping. Moved on to his left foot. That might have been the problem. But all in all, I just kind of want to see what happens when we've got that supporting Metsala instead. It worked nicely against Palace, but I want to see what it's like against the better side, basically. But we've started off very strongly. Like, we're the ones creating the early opportunities, which is nice. Vignato. Press in. That's really nice work. Beckhardt again. He could probably do with a nice ball. There we go. Unger's going to struggle to keep that in, I feel. Can he pull it back? No, he can't. To be fair, the assist he provided for Guerra's goal against Palace was pure what I want from a winger. Got to the byline, whipped it across, and there was Guerra with an easy tap in at the near post. Big tackle, like big header again from Uranus. Aytac has got to cut back inside. Finds the ball. Oh, this is more like it. Fernandez. Carlos flicked on again. Very, very nice. We've not got a lot of the ball, but we are making good work with it when we do get it. Beckhardt again, he likes us to pick one off from here. Jean Carlos might as well. Beckhardt! Oh, blocked again by Bahadir. This is looking pretty damn good. Despite being on second choice fullbacks, we don't look too bad today. Although there's a bit of a gap appearing there, that's fine. Ihataren, Vignato, Soto. And, Fernandez just got caught there. Bonnet. Oh dear. Cleared away. How are these are never reds. We see so many situations like that where we get a player sent off and it just never seems to happen the other way. Come on. Bit of cheekiness from a set piece maybe. Guerra whips it in and it's headed away. Unger will get this though. Beckart, Dubois. Oh, use him. Oh, that's just really poor actually. But well mopped up though. Silva will actually get played into his correct position. And it's going to be cut out by... well, it should have been cut out by Unger. Really, he's got no excuse for losing that. I don't think Rui Ray's that tall, and Unger is. That seemed like a prime opportunity to spring a counter-attack for us, but he's kind of muffed that up, and I'm concerned that it's about to lead to a goal somehow. Sorry. What? The ball literally went through two of our players there. Oh my god. I mean, at least it didn't go in the back of the net, but Jesus! What was that entire passage of play? What a save from Suarez. Okay. Vignato. Oh, that's not good. Just... Oh, well played, Uranus. That is an absolutely wonderful piece of defending. He took a risk there, but it's the type of thing Celso would have definitely mucked up. Uranus also got a Brazil call up too, which is surprising, actually. I don't think he was that good, but apparently he is. John Carlos. Beckart. Dubois could get a shot away here. He will, but it's not going to be much. I like Uranus. He feels stable. I like his work rate. I just know. I feel confident when he's got the ball and when we lose it. Jean Carlos. Unger. Again, just slightly wide. Come on. And he's got goals in his game too, which is always nice. Guerra's ball. Jean Carlos. Oh, good Christ. Is offside. Okay. Neither of the wingers have performed very well in this game so far, which is a frustrating one for us. Oh, Silva, go on, push it past his man. Around the side for Aytac. Blocked again. We're doing a decent job considering we're playing away at Barcelona here. I'm actually pretty content with this performance so far. Guerra whips one and it's headed away again, but Fernandez will get there in his correct wing as well. Could do with a couple of players just getting back to cover though. Don't know why there's only one guy back now. Okay, good first half performance, I'd say. We're probably just edging it in terms of overall. Because at the moment, they're just not having the best time of it. It might be to do with the positions in which they're receiving the ball. Unger does well to win that, at least. It's bounced back to him, but at least he's got himself in a good position to try to press her. Bad here. Oh, we could lose it here. Oh, God. I feel like they're primed to be pressed and lose the ball. I feel like we could break on them if we can win it off them in a good position. Eye touch. They are not closing him down well at all. They're giving him free rein. This is what I want to see. Whips it in. Unger! That's more like it. I mean, I would settle for a 0-0 draw away from home, I guess, but we've actually played well enough that makes me think we could possibly go and win this here. And it will put us in a really strong position to win this group, which I think is quite important still. Oh, no, Uranus has been caught out by Bonnet here, and they've scored. It takes one little lapse in concentration, and bam, we lose a goal. To be fair, they've created the better chances today. It's a frustrating one, though. We shouldn't be letting him... I like the way he's running back. Like, just, the ball's clearly going over your head, bro. Turn around. Right, now we've got a lot of work to do here. It's been a good performance overall. They have created the better of... They've created that good chance, to be fair. Eye touch again. Cuts through one man. Cuts through... Why? We're going to try turning work... Oh my god, what have they done there? Eye touch is about to screw this up again, of course. Yep. Unger's just had a terrible, terrible day. Eye touch has actually improved in the second period, at least. Dubois looking knackered. We'll get Celso on. Not Celso. Assman. Vignato. We've been alright. I think performance-wise, it's actually been pretty solid. Like, if you'd have said to me, you're going to go to the Bernabeu, have 18 shots, 9 of which would be on target, and only a couple of long shots in there, I would have taken that, to be honest. But it's just not been our... Oh, what? He had a running jump, and he still missed the header. Oh, I know we did manage to get the decent result against Atleti last season, but still, our results against Spanish teams are not great. Barcelona and Real Madrid particularly. Guerra hasn't stepped up when we've needed him today. Maybe the youngster can provide a bit of added service. Jean Carlos. De Santos. Oh! We're just second to every tackle. They're just getting that little toe there before us. Look at this for football. Even that's gone straight to him. That's it. Good block. Good block. You're in the way. That's fine. Oh, still gone back to him. Right, there we go. Great tackle. Let's move. Oh. Okay. Turns out that was it. We are going to lose. Oh, go on. Seconds to go. We're coming through. We're into the final third. And it's a big tackle. He's going to keep it in. He has to square this. Please. Oh. He had a chance to take his time and just pick a good ball there. Ball in. Jean Carlos. It's all the way through. We're still in their box, though. Come on. Oh, he's won it again. Go on. Keep the press. And he's just... No. Barcelona 1. Notts County 0. Well, that's just what happens. They did have better chances. They had that one moment, but we just... Oh, I'm so bored of the same results against these teams. We just seem to... Go again next time, I guess. Players just seem to switch off in these games, and it's so frustrating because they don't do that normally, and then bam, we've got to be better than that, and we can't finish our own chances. It's almost like they have an inferiority complex against these certain big teams. Barcelona and Real Madrid particularly. We just seem to Like, Jean Carlos had a very good night. Did I just see that? Hang on, I've got to just check that. Yes, I thought that said that. You'll notice here that Napoli beat Feyenoord 4-0, and a guy they have on loan from us, Juan Tirso, scored 4 goals. It would appear that he's having quite a good time out on loan in Italy right about now. That's encouraging, to say the least. Remember, he was a free signing for us. That's good. I'm glad he's doing well out on loan. If nothing else, we've got that. We've got a lot of work to do still. That Barcelona... the home game is important, because I feel like if we play well again, we should be able to get the win, which would be ideal. It's just frustrating, obviously. And that is, of course, going to be the next... Look, we just dodgy little results here and there. We just aren't quite up to it. But when we run our game, we are very, very good. But we just need to be like that more often. So we've got 2 evidently massively winnable matches off camera here. Burnley at home, must win. Bolton away, must win. And then we're going to come back for Barcelona and, of course, Ferencváros to do both of those to finish things... Oh, well, not finish things off. There's still the Lyon game last, which could make a huge difference to us, to be honest. So, if you've enjoyed this episode, and I really hope you have, drop a like on the video. That'd be amazing. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. That'd be awesome as well. I stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays on Twitch from 11:30 in the morning. That'd be awesome. Go follow there too. And I will see you guys very soon. As always, hold your gun. Capybara. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.